How'd you guys all get here so fast? That's incredible. Whoa. It's like 9, 10 people here. Wow. We got Ultimate Spike, Dickard with Dave, Nick in Tracks, Rose Garden, Ultimate Spike, Nick, and the Geo Killer. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Everyone's excited for Pictionary, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna need a scorecard. Can you find me a piece of paper and a pen?
Okay. Is it okay?
Notification.
Mama,
Very nice.
Mama, is it okay if it's small?
My voice is gone? Thank you, RC Crazy, for smashing the like button.
Mama.
I'm glad to hear you're doing good making tracks. What's up, Noelle?
Is it okay if it's a small piece of paper?
Yeah, that's fine. Totally fine. Totally cool. I'm really happy you did stop by. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, Ultimate Spike, you are killing it. It is a good time. That sounds awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So, Pictionary, name that tune, and ask Phil.
Mama, if you need to erase, if you need to erase anything that has eraser.
Thank you. Apple House is here too. Oh my goodness. Hey, in the chat, make sure you guys are supporting each other, checking out each other's content and channels. My feelings aren't hurt if you go take a peek at what other people are about while you're on the stream. That's totally great. The Mearson's Family Vlog is here. Technical Polly, John Span, 802 videos, Gull Cooking. Wow. Everyone's here.
Whoa, what's in the chair?
Sean, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Okay, Noelle.
Yeah?
Until Papa gets here, you're going to help me with Pictionary, okay? So I'm going to show you a word, and you're going to draw it so our friends can guess.
On here?
Yeah.
On the Tuesday?
This is the first thing you need to draw, okay?
Okay. So where do I draw it?
Draw it on the whiteboard so they can see. Florida Pirate Adventures, we're trying Pictionary on Tuesdays. Kitty Panda doing really good. It's a pretty fun day. Darth, Nilda's Kevin, Lord of Hunger. Hello, so happy to see you here. Florida Pirate Adventures. I was really excited when I found your channel. We're doing really good. Let's get a little closer so we can see. What did Noelle draw? What's that? Mearson's Family got it. Okay, now you have to erase it quickly, okay?
With what?
With the eraser. Mearson's. Okay. Okay, you can do 3 with me, and then you're going to bed and Papa's going to take over, okay?
Okay. So what's next?
Oh, you can draw that?
Can I draw a note?
Shh, if you say they know, we share a different one, okay? It's okay. Hey, bottle caps! Okay, draw that for them, okay? What did you do? Oh yeah, show. Does anyone know what that is? Is it echoing really bad? Oh, let's see. What is that? Diamond! Dickard knows. It's a diamond. Mearson gets 1 and Dickard gets 1. Perfect. Okay. Erase it. I'll get you another word. There we go. Bottle caps.
What's next?
Little crazies. Playing a little bit of Pictionary just to get things warmed up tonight. A little bit of an icebreaker, I would say. Can you draw that? So what did everyone get up to today? Oh, making new friends on the chat. That is wonderful. Thank you. I see 13 likes on the stream. Really appreciate that, guys. Thank you for popping in. I think we're going to have some fun. Drawing quiz. Yeah, Pictionary. Verdict Squad was teasing me because I was talking about it in his stream, and Autocrat said dictionary. He said, oh, are you going to sing words in the dictionary? And I'm like, no.
This is so much fun.
It's your bedtime, but she's here just to help me. This is the last picture from Noelle. Shh. They can hear you on the mic. Oh, Mearson's family. You're awake now. That's good. You can do some YouTube stuff.
It's Mearson's family.
Mearson's family. Good job.
That's
right.
2.
Yes, Mearson's family got 2. They have 2. All right. Now go to bed. Okay, but if you whine, then I'll be very disappointed in you. Oops. That's confusing. How about that? Christopher Spence, how are you doing today? Tell me what's going on in the world. Is anyone following news today? Because I wasn't, and I feel like I missed something. What's that? It's not Emma. All the way, fidget spinners. Howdy. How are you? Oh. Gemma, thank you. Leave a comment on the video, and I'll make sure I check out your channel and subscribe to you if I haven't already, Gemma. Dickard got it. Oh my goodness, Dickard and Mearson's taking it away. All right, Noelle, say goodbye and good night. We have school tomorrow, okay? Right. Yeah. Hey, Frill. All right, so what? Oh, John, that's awful. Oh, thank you for the heads up. I'll make sure I don't say anything that isn't nice. That's crazy. Technical Polly's right. Make some friends here. This is your time. This is our time, but this is really your time to meet some people. And there's a lot of wonderful people from all over the world on the channel. It's very, very exciting. Meeting new people all the time. You like my turtleneck? Look at the sleeves. They're black. Because when I worked for Lululemon, like 5 years ago, it was all about color blocking. I don't think that caught on though, did it? Oh, Roseanne. Oh, that's crazy. Bottle caps, you are wonderful. Or at least the stuff you put out is really cool. I mean, like, his singing friend dude that he has on his channel is really talented. And Bottle Caps takes really good drone photography. So I guess maybe he's not wonderful, but he's certainly talented and has a nose for talent. Anyways. Tyler. Black and blue. You know, when you're black and blue, it means you had a rough day. All right, Phil. So here you are.
I'm on right now.
Yeah, we're streaming. We're streaming.
Right.
Okay, so we're playing Pictionary, and I just set it to really hard. All right, and you're gonna draw, and then you're gonna explain what happened with our apple cider.
Oh.
It's a really interesting story about the merits of procrastination. Ready for your word? They'll never guess it. Edmund Mowing. Don't be upset. Just come onto my live stream and say, hey guys, I'm having a live stream in 1 hour. Or hey guys, my live stream is tomorrow at whatever time. Just self-promote. You're more than welcome to do that on my channel. I know some people get cranky, but I am all about building community and making friends. So don't be like, why is no one attending? Be like, hey guys, guess what? I'm doing this awesome thing in my live stream tomorrow. Don't be upset, Edmund. Just remind us, because you have to assume that we have a lot of things going on in our heads at one time and we don't remember. I know I do. I've got a lot going on, and if you want me to be there, you just need to remind me. Just ask Sonic next time you see him. Always reminding me, I totally show up. He's probably gonna drop Bitcoin. Yeah, he might. Tomorrow will be there 8 a.m.
Okay.
Then 1:30 p.m. 8 a.m. What time zone? Ooh, it's a duck. Bottle caps. Phil drew something very artistic. Tyler, I use Twitter poorly, but yes, I am on Twitter. It should just be Violet Bird or VITHE space bird. Someone get it?
Digger with Dave is in the right direction. What am I allowed to say and what am I not allowed to say?
You're not allowed to say anything.
Ultimate
fidget spinners.
Ultimate Spike is close.
Yeah, you guys, it's 9:08 p.m. over here. Okay, so you're 1 hour later. So you want me to come onto your stream at 7 a.m.?
Guitar fits in Northern Alberta.
Okay, 7 a.m. Alberta time, Edmund mowing. We'll come to Illinois. Okay. Chicago time
Talking
zone.
cattails, that's what it is, but it's like the larger. I can't say anything. How is this game supposed to be played?
You're supposed to get them to say this.
Okay.
Who's your back?
It's really hard.
Okay, I'll give you a hint, okay guys?
It starts with a W.
It's a compound word.
Yeah. It's a compound word.
That starts with a W.
Yeah.
It's very artistic.
And I'll give you one more hint. And cats don't like it.
Why is that, Noelle?
Okay, I do mean it. We had a very good conversation, and now you're being defiant. Okay?
Okay. Digger to stay
Can you
really
please
close.
behave? I let you do 4, and now you need to go to bed with a glad and happy heart, okay? Good night. Please be good. Go.
All right, so Digger with
No,
Dave's really, really
it's time to go to bed now.
Okay. So it's compound words, so that's 2 words in one.
Doodles by Doug, thank you so much for joining us. Purple, she'll be back.
I won't.
No, we had a conversation.
Not quite.
Sierra's here.
We're thinking like the terrain feature.
So what is another one? So not what this is, but another term.
For this? It was said already.
No, so you can have like the tundra, you can have the desert, or you can have
The swamp was really close.
duck season. Bottle caps. You said Pictionary.
Okay, I'll keep trying.
Thank you, Tyler. I'll get you back when I'm on the Twitters. Hey guys, follow Tyler on Twitter if you can. That would be good. Duck for dinner. It's a bog. Bottle caps is right. It is a bog. And the bogs are the duh. They're not the I don't want to get away. Alright, I'm gonna get a little bit more attainable for the next round. And I have to draw the next one. Wetlands! Bottle caps gets it!
Oh, nice. Yeah, there you go. Wetlands.
I knew this game would work.
I'll do the next one too. Give me another one.
Okay. I feel like to draw. Okay. There's a ghost coming in here now.
Noelle.
I don't like this word. It's very Shakespearean. Hey Edmund, how's it going? Welcome back. 7 a.m. tomorrow, Edmund is streaming. 7 a.m. Alberta time, MST. Roast good. 19 watching now. Darth Nihilus. So technically I won when I said tar pits because that's a wetland. No, you have to get the correct word. This is very important. Deuce, did you just say I dead? That makes me scared. I can understand, Edmund. That's very frustrating. You just have to keep trying and try different types of content for your streams, and you'll. Oh well.
It's one word. That's it.
What is it, Phil?
I don't know.
What did he draw? Oh. All the cats in the city used to be a paramedic, right?
Oh.
It's almost a rat.
Cat, rat. You're in the.
You guys are on the right
trajectory. It's the. You have to look at the facial expression of the person. Mad mouse. Yeah, you're getting the right direction. You're going in the right direction.
You're really not. Think.
Mouse man. Mad mouse. Oh, it's not a man. It's a woman.
He's trying to depict a word that is in the title of one of William Shakespeare's plays.
Keep drawing.
Angry Ray? Nope. Angry Rat. Evil Mouse. Magician. Ultimate Spike isn't terrible at games. That is not true. Mousepad. Mad Hatter. So we had a conversation. She was supposed to not whine if I let her help at the beginning, but she's going back. She's reneging on her deal, that Noelle. Absolutely, Mearsons. I'm very happy that you came in to say hi. I really do appreciate everyone's support. And, you know, if you can only stay for 5 minutes or 3 minutes, or you just want to come in and drop a like, I appreciate anything you guys do for me. I really, really do. Thank you. We're all in this together. Let's grow our channels, make some friends. It's a big community, YouTube. Covers the whole world. Cleek, how's it going? Thank you for doing so. I do appreciate that. Evil rat, purple. Tongue sticking out face. Oh my goodness. Nicole's more entertaining than Pictionary. Noelle is more entertaining than Pictionary. My Disney park memories. It's true. She's very entertaining. It would be less entertaining if you didn't give her any resistance, though. Oh my gosh. Oh, Phil. Just call him Phil Casso. Miss Kathy does Pictionary. How come I didn't know this?
Ultimate Spike, you're getting close. I think the key symbol here is the money. Hamlet? No, not quite. Okay, you two, go to bed.
We have a spare? Oh my goodness.
Money rat? Little crazies, you are so close.
Oh my gosh. This is so painful.
You were the one that put it on very hard.
I went down to just plain hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a bonus. Wolfie's in here too. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Taming of the by William Shakespeare. Marigold put herself to bed. The baby took all her books. Taming of the Gilbert, how's it going?
There you go. Sure.
Thank you, Miss Kathy.
Miss Kathy and Jesse. I think we're gonna give it to Miss Kathy and Jesse.
Ow, 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 my back. Ow.
Stop. You're hurting it.
Okay.
Where's my phone? It's my source of great words.
Sitting on it.
Is it in my bag?
Am I gonna do another one, or do you
Going
want?
good. That's good. That's awesome. All right.
Oh. Okay.
You still want to do that one? Hey, Wolfie, what'd you do with Papa?
Great.
They went for a drive.
Yeah.
To look at power outlets.
And
Actually.
they went to McDonald's.
Are you super jealous?
Yeah.
We had frozen pizza. Us mere mortals.
And she had fish sticks.
Emma said true first. Okay. Emma,
Stop.
I'm going to give it to you as well.
Stop,
because
stop,
I know this
stop,
happened
stop,
to you last
stop,
week too.
stop.
We missed it. Oh,
Stop.
Kate Ten is here. Hugs and kisses. How's it going?
Stop.
Thank you. I really like them too. Oh. We usually try to enforce bedtime, but live streams are super exciting. And maybe they'll learn to read because they'll be like, who's my mother talking to? Oh, these words. I better pay attention. Well, Noelle can read pretty well. And she really gets into it. You're hurting me. You know, my hair
I've
is
read
good.
10 chapter book before.
She does. Yeah. Wolfie is a bit of a got the
Camera, Papa.
So you guys know Justine's sister Jenna just posted a video about a new sponsorship with the hair dye company because she's got dark brown hair and is getting gray hairs, and she's 28 and I'm also 28, so now I'm thinking, uh-oh, do I have gray hairs and I just can't see them? That would suck. Do you see any gray hair in there, Wolfie?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't see any gray hair.
Pull it
Here. No, I don't see any gray hair.
out. Okay, good.
Well,
Who cares your health there alone? Hey there, Pussa Studio said this is the place to be. How did Puss say no? I didn't want to crash his stream. That was really nice. Dole Whip Dad, we're doing some Phil Picasso over here is helping me with some Pictionary. And we have some party crashers here.
Papa.
Alright.
Just go blonde, Miss Kathy. I've bleached my hair before. It actually, because I'm quite pale, it looks okay. But
Yeah, it's kind of brown.
and then my roots grow in.
Right.
All right,
That's
turn
pretty
it
straightforward.
around. WrestleMania. Dole friend. Dole, I don't know if I actually have you on my channel yet, so please come back and leave a comment after the stream so I make sure I go check out your content.
All right. This is the last one. I'm gonna put the two little ones to bed.
Well,
Fireman.
I'm
All right.
not
Who got Fireman?
John Span.
John's.
Or Span.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna put the two little ones down. So I'm gonna leave you with the
With the world.
Okay.
He'll be back in 10 minutes.
Okay.
So
Back Noelle. He's got.
you get to see my drawing skills. Poser. I have all white hair. I just say it's all wisdom.
Okay. If
Yeah.
you're trying to save this,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have a problem with hair changing color, but it just seems weird, right? Because
Go. Run.
you don't think when you're still in your 20s that your hair changes color that soon. And to hear that happen to
Go.
my good friend Jenna Zarek, I've never spoken to her. She's never replied to any of my comments. So when I say my good friend, I mean
Noelle, come here, please.
a channel I watch and appreciate.
Noelle, come here, please.
I'm getting my stuff.
Noelle.
Okay,
I'm getting my stuff.
so
Okay.
next word. Thank you, Technical Polly, for coming in. I do appreciate you spending a bit of time with me tonight. Thank you very much. Make sure you check out Technical Polly's channel. Guys, that would be great. Oh boy. Okay, so this picture is really difficult to draw. Oh no. Miss Kathy, you had your third child when you were 28? Yeah, I had Marigold when I was... Oh man, was I still 26 when I had Mary?
2016, right?
I was 26 when I had Mary. Sweet emotional status, how's it going?
No, you were... 26.
What is that? Marco, claptrap!
No, you were 26.
Yeah, I was 26 when I had Noelle. Mary, Noelle I had when I was... Applause, Sierra's got it. Good job, Sierra. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. When I play Pictionary, I allow them to guess while Jesse or I drawing the pic. Okay. I will make sure I hold up the board. Pardon me. This is a new game for me. So hard. So difficult. Yeah, that makes more sense. I hope this board is okay. Oh my gosh, Kathy, Miss Kathy, when do you... What day do you like to stream your Pictionary? Because I'd love to do that depending on what time it is. It's sometimes hard to go on streams, like if it's right when I'm feeding my kids dinner or something, or... Okay. This one. Sweet emotional status. I will support you. Just leave a comment on this video or a different one so I don't miss you. I'll get to it after the stream, okay? But do make sure you check out each other's channel. Sweet emotional status. Sounds like a sweet emotional status that would have some good stuff to check out. So this is kind of tricky, this one to draw. So we're just gonna go for it. What's that? Pickup truck. Truck. Stoplight. Snow truck. Forklift. Kind of looks like a forklift. I just wonder what this is. Snow plow. Plow. Who said plow first? Flubbin' epic. That is your point. It was plow. Flubbin' epic. All right, Phil, come on over.
So I'm just writing up something here.
Okay.
So I'll be there. Just give me about 5 minutes.
So I'll tell you guys about my husband's apple cider, okay? So about 3 years ago, he decided that he wanted to brew his own beer. Okay, that's cool. So he brewed his own beer, and it was great. And he made a second batch, and he roasted his own beans, and it was okay. I actually didn't drink any of it because I don't like beer. Malted his own barley. All right, really cool, except I really hate beer, and I think it stinks. But I appreciated the effort. So we got some apples from my auntie in British Columbia, and he decided to grace us with some sparkling apple cider. And it was amazing apple cider, okay? It was really, really good. It was sparkling and beautiful. So we made it again this year, and we left it in the carboy for an extra 6 months. So needless to say, it is not carbonated, and it tastes like beer, kind of. So if I'm making a face, it's not because it's gross. We'll cut the flat cider with some sparkling water, and it helps. But it's kind of, let's just say I'm not going to get more fun as the night progresses because this is going to take me a very, very long time to drink.
That was the one that had all the stuff on the bottom. What?
Why would you give that to me? Pour it out. You horrible, horrible man.
No, not horrible.
He gave me the thick, chunky, yeasty dregs at the bottom of the carboy.
Okay, I gotta defend myself. I'm in the middle of an update. My goodness.
I thought you were supposed to help me with my stream today.
I am, but I am in the middle of... So I did, in the interest of efficiency, I poured ourselves a glass of the stuff that was towards the bottom of the carboy. I guess I'll get you a nicer glass in the future. Okay, so it's a little yeasty tasting, kind of beery tasting, to be honest. Tastes a little bit like honey. That's okay. I'm not a horrible person for that matter, and you know better.
I didn't say horrible
Yes, you did.
person.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I
I
didn't.
can corroborate.
Did I say horrible person? Or did I say,
Sea lion, bear. Ultimate Spike got tiger, I think.
Oh gosh. It looks like a duck. You want to see what it is? Well, you can laugh at me.
That is not even close.
Here, you try and draw it. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
I really failed. Oh no. Yeah, so if you guys want some really disgusting, delicious apple cider, come join us in Calgary.
It's not disgusting.
Look how clear it is. You can like see my face through it. It looks like a... Oh, I thought you were going to draw me a pretty picture.
You're going to have to figure that one out. You're all busy.
I said, Gilbert, I'm sure I'll be okay with it. I'm sure. I'm just trying to think of what the dog looks like because my... It's supposed to be a bulldog. Ball caps is right. Anyone who is in Alberta probably knows that we're no longer buying BC wine, which is hilarious because all my family's in BC. So I said, okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to go to BC and I'm going to buy some BC wine. Thank you, Gilbert. Hey, Chucky, how's it going? Are you having a good day? Playing some Pictionary, and I apparently can't draw a bulldog. Make sure you give Chucky some support. Let's build some channels. All right, we'll go do another word. All right, here is the next word.
Here.
Thank you. Hey, look! Doesn't this look better? You can see through it. Thank you, Tyler. Scattergories. I don't know how to play that game, so I will have to learn, Kathy. You know, ATHJ Travels was playing a really fun game yesterday, too. I think I can remember what it was. It was really funny, though. Okay, so... Picnic basket. That looks like a refreshing. Miss Kathy got it. You should see what Bottle Cap said about the drink. Thank you. Yes, Miss Kathy, you got it. And Bottle Caps. Super refreshing. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so my husband likes to brew beer and cider for fun, and He's a busy guy. Gets up to lots of shenanigans. But, you know, I learned something about him after I married him, and that is no matter what question you ask him, he always has an answer, and it always sounds like the correct answer. So if you guys can think of an interesting question for my husband, I am confident he's going to have an interesting answer. He ask whatever, and I know he'll be the authority on it. Michael, how are you? Good to see you. I missed your stream this morning. I feel pretty bad about that. What was I doing this morning?
So that clean the truck?
Oh, yeah, I was washing the truck. My mom called and needs me to bring my truck to BC when I go see my sister for her grad next, on Friday, rather. So I'm like, I have to clean the truck. That's where I was. An interesting question for Phil. You can play rounds of cities, foods, vehicles, etc.
San Francisco. Gilbert Rod, San Francisco.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Your husband should bring some beer and cider to Minnesota so I can try it. Tyler, you're welcome to it.
I think my proudest accomplishment with regards to the beer and cider has mostly to do with the fact that it's not
drinkable,
terrible. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. My second batch of,
and it's tasty too.
My second batch of beer was actually really good. And that was the stuff that I figured out how to malt barley in my house, and we used a food dehydrator to toast it, and it worked out really, really well. I used a kind of a single malt, single hop, Cascade. I believe it was Cascade hops, and it was really, really good. The third one wasn't. Third one wasn't as good, but I think that had to do with the hops I chose too.
Oh,
why or how do squid send out ink? I know why. It's a defensive mechanism. So if a squid gets frightened, they send out a cloud of black ink to confuse the potential predator. And they have actually a considerable amount of predators.
What kind of predators do they have?
Killer whales, for example, sharks. Depending on the size of the squid or cephalopod, you're looking at not cephalopod. Yeah, I think it's cephalopod. You're looking at maybe seals even. Yeah. I don't know a lot about sailing, so I'm going to take your. I'm going to take your word for it, bottle caps. How interesting can you make an answer? Realistic panther. Okay, so as a teacher, that's actually pretty important. The way you make it interesting is you either the best way is to actually use a personal story, because kids really connect with personal stories. I think most human beings do. Either that or figure out some way of doing a visual. How old was Elizabeth Bathory when she was?
You know who she is, right?
No, I don't actually.
That was the woman vampire, right? She liked to bathe in a young girl's blood. I think she was in her 50s. Ultimate Fidget Spinners, am I correct, or am I out to lunch?
Aren't you thinking like Lucretia Borgia or something like that?
Oh.
Lucretia.
Hey Siri, who's Elizabeth Bathory?
Countess Elizabeth Bathory d'Ext was a Hungarian noblewoman and alleged murderer from the Bathory family of nobility in the Kingdom of Hungary, who owned land in the Kingdom of Hungary and Transylvania, which were areas of Habsburg monarchy. Should I keep going?
How old was she when she died?
It would say in the...
Elizabeth Bathory died August 21st, 1614 at age 54 in Cashtis Castle.
Cool.
Sorry, shouldn't laugh.
I could chuck.
Sorry.
If you could check what kind of woodchuck would you chuck? An aerodynamic one. Miss Kathy, Jesse, what was the first James Bond movie? Oh, jeez, I should know this. Sean Connery. It might have been Casino Royale, or in Her Majesty's Secret Service. I'm not sure.
So they're giving you trivia. This is really funny. It's really, really hard to stump him because he always comes up with some kind of answer. Even when he says, I don't know, it sounds like he knows. It's like,
Well,
I'll
give you a creepy thing. Ultimate fidget spinners, bathing in blood. So there's actually a tech startup. It's called Ambrosia right now, and the whole idea of the tech startup
there
is
might be
blood
children in the
okay.
audience under 10, so don't get. If you want to look up Ambrosia, you can. But I don't think it's appropriate for anyone under.
The American actor that played Bond in that movie, the very first one.
Oh, Bottlecaps has a question.
Oh,
the American.
The American actor that played Bond in Her Majesty's Secret Service. It wasn't Roger Moore. Was it? Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Sean Connery. Wasn't Sean Connery?
It's probably Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton. Yeah. Okay, which fictional character would be the most boring to meet? Uriah Heep, Miss Kathy and Jesse. I would not want to meet Uriah Heep. I think he would be very boring. David Copperfield, Charles Dickens. Yeah. I hated reading about that character. I found him to be profoundly boring.
Do you know who I'd really like to meet? Caderousse.
Who's Caderousse?
From the Count of Monte Cristo. Caderousse. He is a party.
Oh, is he the guy that befriends the Count?
No.
Runs the.
Caderousse is the alcoholic who is hanging out with Danglars and Ferdinand, and they're getting him really intoxicated, so he doesn't know what they're plotting entirely. Right?
Okay. All right.
Okay. Gilbert's
if you started in Back to the Future and picked any year or century, what would I choose? Ooh. If I could go back in time, what year or century would I do? I'd probably do the Industrial Revolution, mostly because I would want to fly on a Zeppelin. Kind of like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade a little bit.
Blood and urine in the streets, Jack the Ripper?
No. We're talking early modern, like, 1910.
Infinite Mortality?
1910, 1920. That'd be pretty cool. What year was the first ever televised Super Bowl, and who played it and won it? Tyler, I got to be honest, I'm not up on my NFL. I know a little bit about the CFL, Canadian Football League. We do have a better scoring system with 3 downs instead of 4. Faster game, don't have the knees at the end. It's a quicker, funner game. I think I might make some enemies. And
your friend? You grew up, went to, his dad is a coach, right?
Yeah. A really good friend of mine. His dad was.
I know the answer to this one for you.
My friend was his father was a special teams coach on the BC Lions. Really fun.
Spike. Thank you so much for
annoying fact is, or hilarious fact is, I actually thought the BC Lions CFL team was actually the BC Sea Lions, because I always got that confused in my head as a kid. I'm like, well, that's not a really interesting animal for a CFL football team. Like a sea lion is just a big angry blob of mammal. If I had to change my name, what would you change it to, and why? That's a really good question. We've tossed this name around for a boy child, actually, but I think I really like the name Thor or Thorvald or something like that. I think that would be really cool. I kind of like that Viking background a little bit. Doesn't a Zeppelin technically float? It has it operates on the same principles as a hot air balloon, which is it's either filled with hydrogen in the case of the Hindenburg, or more often helium, and that is a lower density than actual air, so it rises up. Okay, Dr. No was 1962 and the first. Thank you, John Spran. Thank you. This is Natural Journey. Got to go. Correct, John. Hi, Natural Journey. Hello, Natural Journey. This is Sierra. Says Natural Journey. Well, what are you doing? There's like a bunch of people. Hang 10.
He just gave it away. He's so bad at this game.
Oh, I thought I was doing my, Ask Phil session.
I know, but
Okay,
I was
all right.
bored.
Okay. You can choose 3 people, living or passed away, to spend the day with, famous or not. And who would they be and why?
William Shakespeare.
William Shakespeare?
Jesus Christ.
He would be pretty cool.
Casey Neistat. It sounds like quite the tea party.
I would probably do Elon Musk, for one, for sure. And maybe I'm going on a bit of an astronaut kick here. There's a guy who just passed away. His name was Alan Bean.
Vlogger! Hey Shane, how's it going? Sorry, I didn't mean to shriek. I get excited when I see people I know.
All right.
Let's get excited on all the YouTubes.
Okay, so I said
Hang 10.
Elon Musk. Nikola Tesla.
Gilbert
Nikola
liked my
Tesla.
answers.
That would be
Ha
really
ha
cool.
ha ha.
Because he knew loads of stuff.
Ha 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 ha. Bottle caps doesn't like Elon Musk.
I mean, he is like sending rockets into space. He's the only one who's doing it consistently, except for the Russians. I mean,
Do you mean Stephen King and Edgar Allan Poe?
Oh, Poe, easily. Oh my gosh, he has such a way with rhythm and pace, and yeah, easily Poe, that's for sure. Yeah, Tesla did die a virgin, and yeah, he's a weird dude, but he had it'd be interesting to see if he actually found like 0-point energy or something crazy like that.
That's a real panther. I almost would say Stephen King is less, he's more approachable, and he is a better world creator. I really like how Edgar Allan Poe writes, but I don't think it's very accessible. You really limit the people you can talk to that have read the same things for Edgar Allan Poe. I mean, my cousin and I were super cute, and we used to quote the Raven, the poem, and try and memorize the whole thing and say it on the bus in like grade 4. But I think Edgar Allan Poe was a very, very sad man, whereas I don't think I get that from Stephen King. I think he's just got lots of ideas.
Oh, bottle caps. You're not supposed to say those kind of thoughts aloud, I think.
Yeah, to be honest, I was really mad at him today.
Okay, me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
I was so mad.
I had my third person. You're interrupted. I was thinking about this for a really long time. I think Edmund Brunel. He was the guy that he started up a whole bunch of the railroads during the Industrial Revolution in Britain, and he's a fantastic and interesting character to learn about. Okay, all right, sorry.
Best of Real Panther is shaming me for saying maybe Stephen King over Edgar Allan Poe. Okay, I like Edgar Allan Poe, and when I was a teenager, without distractions, I read Edgar Allan Poe, the complete works of Edgar Allan Poe. I had 2 copies of it. But
do you remember the short story about the cat in the wall?
Do you remember the Telltale Clock? Or no, Telltale.
Sure. I haven't read all of his stuff.
Clearly.
Yeah.
I haven't read it in a long time, but he's chilling. He's good. But when time is short, I don't think I can speak with authority as to which is better. They just appeal to different people. Telltale Heart, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah. You created an invention that changes the world. What is it, and what impact does it have? Do you want to go first? I have an idea.
An invention that changes the world. What is it, and what impact does it have? Okay, you know what? This is going to sound really, really awful, Gilbert, but I've been thinking a lot lately about how there seems to be a tie between poverty and obesity. So what I would create is
it's really
a very efficient monitor and food delivery system for the population so that people were getting proper nutrients, so their bodies aren't craving things that are chemicals, so people aren't sick. So we can all grow old and see our grandkids and be healthy and strong. So I guess, you know, I've got my Apple Watch tracking my fitness, but what if my Apple Watch could also tell me what, now, you know, humans do love to have control and choice, right? And being monitored like that is very uncomfortable. But what if there was a way to...
Well, I can one-up you on this, because I was actually thinking about this too. I think the best invention that you could come up with right now would be, it's kind of like a reverse plague, a genetic IQ plague, which basically increases everyone's IQ by about, I don't know, 20 points or something like that. And because IQ is really strongly correlated with impulse control. And so you make everyone a little bit smarter, they make better choices. I think that would be the very best invention for the world.
I feel really badly because I know that white flour and white sugar and high fructose corn syrup mess up people's brains. And most of us were brought up on a diet where all those things were present, right? Like you would have mini wheats with milk and a glass of orange juice for breakfast, right? And I know that isn't the worst thing in the world, but there's a lot of addictive substances in there. And, you know, there's also like, it's almost like we need to have some kind of typing so you can get a specific plan for your body type, because the different people from different places in the world have different ancestral diets. And when you have someone who has 4 different heritages, right? So my brother married a lovely Filipina. He's Ukrainian and Scottish. She's Spanish and Filipina. So the things that my brother can eat are probably very different than what she can eat based on where she grew up and her body composition. So it's almost like you need to have, it should be like almost like you get your vaccinations, you also get like a typing for what the best diet for you would be, you know? And you by no means are forced to do it, but you actually can say, look, if I have an iced cappuccino, my body can't process the sugar and the milk combination, and it'll make me very sick. I will become obese very quickly if I have that every day just because of my background. So yeah, I guess my invention would be an efficient analysis that goes alongside with vaccinations for humans such that we can find our perfect healthy diet.
Bits of Real Panther, I think you're not wrong. I think it would create a disparity. I think that's why you'd have to release it like a plague. But then, I don't know, maybe we end up with zombies, which would be kind of funny by accident. I mean, like, you know, is it the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
At 50%, I am streaming Thursday. Thursday is my Disney trivia night, 8 p.m. Alberta time. And Tuesday is my Philip stream where we get to ask Phil questions and do Pictionary. I really enjoy hanging out with him, and it's great because I get to learn things I didn't even know about him. Like he wants to give me a disease that'll make me 20 IQ points smarter.
I don't know. Flubbin Epic. I got rid of cancer using diet and not chemo. A lot of people praying for me. You know, I've been doing some research into what's called a ketogenic diet, and I've tried it out off and on over the last couple of months, and there's some really strong research about.
Shane, thank you. I will. I'm probably going to go to get a PO box because I don't want to give out our home address, which is the same as our mailing address, but I should set up a PO box for the channel. For sure. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow morning. Thank you. Yeah. But that's amazing. The diet really, really, really affects your life.
It affects your mood. It affects all kinds of things. I think the greatest invention was child seats and cars. Probably, yeah, ball caps, you're not wrong, man. It's a Real Panther. Do you consider rap music a valid art form?
Sonic's here. Hey, Sonic.
It depends on your question of art. I mean, if art is something that's supposed to uplift the soul and point us towards something, towards beauty and truth, there's a lot of rap that doesn't do that. So I guess you could consider maybe no. There are some artists out there, rap artists out there, that have a real way with words, rhythm, and metaphor. And you might be able to do that. and maybe I'll get some hate on this, but I think there are moments where Eminem he crosses that line, although most of his stuff is pretty degenerate.
Honestly, I see art as a filter between the human and soul. So you're expressing to the world what you are inside and how you experience the world. And so rap is absolutely a form of art. Is it to my taste? No, I'm sorry. It's hard because I can't talk that fast. I'd really need to practice. I mean, I can do the Maui rap from Moana, and I'm very proud of that. But just my personal taste is more classically aligned for music and metal. I really like metal, but it's a valid art form if they are taking something that is inside of them and sharing it with the world. And defining art, like, that is a whole other conversation, but I think it's really a window into the soul. And if you are hitting a greater understanding of existence through what you present in the world.
Hello, Emma the Narwhal. Good to have you on the channel. Today's rap music sounds ignorant and artists sound uneducated, and I better stop now. I mean, well, no, you don't have to stop. Carry on, good sir. Carry on.
Hey, fidget spinners, I feel ya, but I mean, again, Maui, Dwayne Johnson, and Moana. Kid, honestly, I could go on and on. I could explain every natural phenomenon: the tide, the grass, the ground. Oh, that was Maui just messing around. I killed a wheel, buried its gut, swallowed a tree, and got coconuts. What's the lesson? What is the takeaway? Don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway. And the tapestry here on my skin is a map of the victory I win. Look where I've been to make everything happen. Look at me, Minnie Mouse, just tippity tapping. Hey, well, anyway, let me say you're welcome. Sorry, as you can tell, it's hard. It's hard to do. So, I mean, props to rappers out there, because rap well done is hard.
Yeah. Welcome, Freddy Cueva. I think I'm saying that right. You're the one that knows a little bit of Spanish.
Yo sé un poco de español. Hace 3 años que estudio español para correspondencia.
Can you sing it?
Well, anyway, let me say you're welcome for the tides, the sun, the sky. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. I'm just an ordinary demiguy. You're welcome. Yes, I have seen Coco. Señoras y señores, buenas tardes, buenas noches, señoritas y señores. To be here with you tonight brings me joy, que alegría, for this music is my language and the world is me familiar. It's a good song.
Yes.
Bottle caps. Sorry. I mean, you need to get a dishwasher. That's what you need to get. Thank you.
You know, hey, Selden Albertan boy right here. So you're in redneck country out here too.
Which part of my accent suggests I'm Canadian? My Spanish accent? Me gusta hablar contigo. Santher.
Ooh, Arturo Vidal.
What's your question? I am from Canada. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
I've been to Disney World and Disneyland. I'm very, very world traveler. I've been to Epcot. So I've been to France and to Germany and to Norway. Not the first to pass this way, but maybe the last.
I'm not sure what that means.
It was a Disney World reference.
Oh, okay. Right.
I'm really curious about Arturo's question.
Me too. I've replied to your 2 schmools by 50 presets.
My schmoolies. My schmoolies. That's what I'm talking about, eh? Do you know any good Canadian artists?
Good Canadian artists. Chris Christopherson. And
Do
especially
I
for those of you like
Socrates, Plato, or Aristotle? Plato. Don't ask me why. My hubby is also from Canada. Yes.
I like.
Flub and Epic, 3 kids, 6, 3.5, 1.5. trouble, trouble, trouble. And I think you should never say you're done, because possibilities always have to be open or things are less interesting. That's not to say you don't make good decisions, but life is an adventure.
There's a few questions there. So Socrates, Plato, or Aristotle. I kind of like Aristotle mostly because he was one of the first people to make the distinction between rhetoric and logic, or rhetoric and dialectic. So basically between propaganda or emotional thinking and speaking and stuff that actually tackles a problem, reason, and so forth. So I'll give Aristotle that one.
Sonic's going back to Disneyland.
Let's see, Tom Cochran.
I gave my children's ages incorrect.
No,
6, 3.5, 1.5.
3.5, 1.5.
Marigold's 1.5.
Okay, 2 kids. Yeah, we got 3. We're thinking about more in the future at some point. It's we're certainly open to that possibility for sure. Let's see. Get ready.
Hello, vlogger. Hello, real estate whisperer. How's it going? Oh, it's a party in here. He was much more pragmatic in his approaches. What's the best wealth preservation right now, Mr. Bird? The Canadian dollar is tanking because of oil, so Bitcoin or gold?
No. Well, I was talking to a friend today about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I would be really careful with cryptocurrencies, even though I'm involved in the space.
Uh-oh. Did Arturo say something bad?
I can't see if he said something bad.
Okay.
I thought I missed it. He's got
a dot.
Question.
They must have done it because I don't see.
Maybe someone blocked it for him. Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
They must be on it.
Okay.
Sasha's on.
Awesome.
Я не знаю. Яблоко зеленое. Бутерброд.
Yeah.
Fidget spinners. I don't see what he's saying.
Yeah.
Bits of Real Panther. How did we know? Oh, our inhabited island.
Hello, Good Cell Life.
Good Cell Life is
how
here.
did we know each other was the one? You want me to take the lead on this one? Okay. It's a good story. It's a long story. Do you want the long version or the short version? Okay, well, I'll dive into it. So I was working out at a kids camp out east of the city.
Okay.
It's on top chat. All messages.
What does that mean?
Yeah, scroll back up. Okay, yeah, let's block.
Oh gosh, thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Report?
No, remove.
Remove. No, that just gets rid of the one thing. And put user in timeout?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then actually, no, you can hide them from the channel.
Sorry, I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't know. Oh, it looks like it got rid of them. There you go. They all deleted.
Hide user on this channel.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, there we go.
Thank you. I'm really sorry. And maybe that's why I've been getting the trivia in the wrong order.
Oh, because you had it on top chat, not live chat. Okay, well, our apologies. We'll get back to the storytelling. How did I know Violet was the one? I was working at a kids camp in a little town west of Calgary here, and I was having no luck with the ladies, and so I was talking to my aunt about this, and she's kind of a cool cat. She's a drama teacher. She's I like writing. She likes writing, so we've always gotten along. And so I talk to her about this stuff every once in a while. And so at the time, she's like, okay, we were having this back and forth conversation, and then all of a sudden, she's like, instead of replying to her in a normal email, she's like, here's an invitation to this person I know on Facebook, and it just so happens it was Violet. So she made a match. And so we shared each other's blogs, because back in the day we had
sad poetry blogs.
Pretty much we were
sad poetry.
Pretty silly. Anyways, and so we started a long distance conversation. We did Skype a lot back then,
All the time.
and so we talked to each other all the time. And we kind of were really into each other. So at a certain point, what I decided to do was I decided to actually write her a physical letter. And in that physical letter, I actually asked her for her contact information and maybe we could meet in person. And so I went to town. I wrote, I had like a wax seal and a ribbon, and it was all this kind of stuff. And the address she gave me was her parents' address, which is really funny because apparently your parents got this letter, and what happened?
We had a delay in me getting the letter.
Yeah. So the letter, she was at university, I was at university, and apparently this letter hung out for like 3 extra weeks at her folks' house.
Bottle Caps knows this story already.
And this is how we met the Wolfie. And oh my gosh, it was so frustrating because I can't really like let on. I wanted her to read the letter first that, I sent this, wanted to meet her. So she obviously got it eventually. She said yes. And so I went on a great big car trip over to Kelowna, and
thank you so much.
I was smart. I booked a really nice restaurant.
Black Panther's right about the wax seal too.
I pre-ordered some roses and brought some chocolate. And,
do you know what he did?
Yeah.
That was actually really, really, really sneaky.
You can take off at this point. Yeah.
This was super, super sneaky, okay? And this actually isn't the first time a man did this for me.
Oh dear.
He had his car detailed. So I thought he was really, really clean.
Oh, yeah,
this is the second person who's done this, who later turned out to not necessarily. Anyways, it's really funny because I'm like, is that like on some kind of forum? It's like, how do I catch a girl? Okay, gents, first thing you do, get your car detailed.
Yeah.
Sorry, and the camera told you that. It was like,
yeah,
you're clean.
So yeah, well, I knew when we met. You were both kind of a little giddy, and we went out for a walk on campus. I kind of knew when she grabbed my hand instead of me grabbing her hand. It was like one of those little moments. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, what kind of. And anyways, the rest of the day was
I
like,
cleaned the truck today. I don't know if you were here before.
Yeah, this is as bad as Andrew meeting Steve.
Car detail is a classic. Yeah, it's kind of like the. This is in the playbook, I guess.
It's true.
Yeah, no, sorry. I know you guys.
I'll tell you about the best part of the day. It was so we're getting towards the end of the day, and I'm about ready to head back, and it's time for supper. So I take her out to probably the best restaurant out in Kelowna. So if you ever get a chance to go to the Quail's Gate restaurant, and when we went there, they actually set us up right by the fireplace, and they had like a Spanish classical guitarist, and we had an honest to goodness waiter from France. It was awesome. So, everything just kind of worked out, and we both kind of fell in love with each other.
Están casados.
Yeah.
Sí. Hace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 años que
you need a bench seat.
nosotros casados.
What you say?
I know how to say it in French. Mon mari. Phil is
bottle
muy
caps.
guapo.
There's a bit of a it's a bit of a thing. Like the Albertans, really good, pretty fine young gentlemen. And then we go and we raid the next province where all the pretty girls are, and we take them back. Actually, so that's exactly.
It's actually a good thing. It's actually a real thing. All the smart girls from the BC, not all of them, but many smart girls from BC.
I asked my husband out on Valentine's Day when I got stood up. Awesome, right on.
That's the way to do it. That is definitely the way to do it. You have lovely eyes.
Oh,
They're checking out your eyes, Phil.
All right. Okay.
Cute.
How about another question? Good question.
Mm.
That was a long one. I'm gonna steal some of your apple cider.
You have your own right over there, don't you?
I had one.
You drank it?
It's true. What do you think when you hear Ecuador? Julian Assange?
Prime Meridian?
It's not on the prime meridian. That's the equator, not Ecuador. Polynesian bloggers' forefathers used to paddle across the Pacific and steal Indian brides from Haida Gwaii. I mean, yeah, they may have been in contact with that.
I'm scrolling up to find your last question, Gilbert.
Okay. Gilbert.
It was really a long time ago, Gilbert. Oh, there's so much work scrolling.
If you discovered a new uninhabited island, you can create any theme for it and invite your friends over. What would you do?
Walt Disney World.
But
My own private Disneyland Paris on the island. And all my friends could run the attractions.
Theme. My own island. Oh, okay.
That's okay, Puppet King. Sorry, it's a pretty good story, and really, it was kind of a love at first sight internet blossoming situation.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I had some things going on in my life at that time, and he sat up with me every night on Skype after that first time I met him for like 2 or 3 hours just talking because I needed someone who could listen to me talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Theme island. I would probably, I don't know if anyone has played the original Myst game with Y for an I, and what I really loved about that game is it's set on an island and has all these mysterious machines that do different things, and you can like turn them on and activate them and figure out the mystery of Myst. That would be a cool theme. I would be up with that. How awesome is the channel Antiphar the King? Very awesome. For prize from the Philippines. Oh gosh.
The internet has
Overall,
been
predominantly a good or a bad influence on humanity.
I'm gonna say bad.
I'm gonna say good. We wouldn't have met each other if it wasn't for the internet.
It's true.
And that's I think what the internet has done is it's just accelerated a lot of things.
Created mass hysteria. Exacerbated some natural addictive behaviors in both sexes.
Like, I mean, on the other hand, fingers crossed, we haven't had any major world wars since the internet has been created. Maybe it'll start one. I don't know.
Fair enough. But what I will say is it's a little bit scary that we have a database to everything without full understanding. So our experts, we no longer trust because we fact check them and discard their experiences and training, right? So a doctor might say, no, your child definitely doesn't have that. And you'll be like, okay, but I see these 4 symptoms. And doctor might, I can see both sides. I just think that when I was a little girl, the world seemed like a much more interesting, mysterious, and magical place for the gates before we bit from the fruit of knowledge.
Mm.
Now we can know everything, and it makes it harder to maintain faith and hope when you're a click away from instant gratification, right? Like you don't have to have the same kind of brain infrastructure when you can access everything. You don't have to work as hard to get. I don't know. I like the idea that if you want to know something and you put your efforts toward it, you can actually earn knowledge. The idea that knowledge is free and accessible, like the fact that I don't have to memorize people's phone numbers, I feel very guilty and lazy about that.
Mm-hmm. It's hard because I think it's just it's a tool. In the same way, you can argue that dynamite is a tool.
A dishwasher It's like, imagine all the hours of therapy the women are missing scrubbing the dishes.
Therapy?
So therapeutic.
I would not argue.
No, I wouldn't either, right? So, like,
actually,
I can understand all sides of that.
I guess we're kind of. I think it's a net positive, to be honest. I think it's a net positive.
Bottle
because,
caps, rude.
Yeah.
I'm not going to censor you
Okay.
for that, but I'm close, and you're my moderator.
Yeah, well, we have to put you on the
Seriously,
timer.
I know we won't, but
I have kids to do the dishes. You're a real estate whisperer. You have trained them well. Trained them very well. That we're gonna get there.
Do you like it here, Flub and Epic? You've been sticking around. Yeah. I hope you like it. It's kind of a party.
Oh, Kelly Reynolds, YT,
YouTube.
YouTube. Oh, YouTube. Okay, I was thinking Yukon. That's YK. That'd be pretty cool.
Welcome, Kelly Reynolds. Welcome, Flub and Epic. I don't know if you guys have taken a second to check out their channels, but if you could do that, I know they would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Drop a like, support them in any way you can, and let's make some friends.
All right. Yeah. Well, like bottle caps is pretty salt of the earth, so I'm with you. Clean up around here. Thank you so much for the live stream. Everyone have a great evening. Thank you, Bits of Real Panther. Great questions. It was a pleasure to answer them.
Not new, but I'm still awesome. Yes, your real estate whisperer is awesome, actually. She makes really high quality videos, really good information. If you are in the market, real estate, buying, selling, renting, whatever, she's got some really comprehensive
Actually,
tips.
well, I got a question for her, which is, we had this argument about if we wanted to sell a house, would we want to use a drone to like zip over or zip around? No. I said yes, and you said no.
Fact the first, it's illegal.
No, it's on private property.
Fact the second, are you going to ask all neighbors within like a 4-block radius?
They don't have to know if it's a small drone.
The spark weight capacity classifies it as a full-size drone.
She says no, so I think she's on your side. Okay.
Bottle caps. Verdict Squad, welcome. I am torturing my husband tonight, as I like to do every once in a while. I made him draw. He's really good at it. And now we're just answering questions. We could do a little more Pictionary, actually. And I even sang a little, but it was rap, so not very much.
Okay, well,
thank you really for joining. How was the gym? Did you push some weights?
Oh.
Ooh, good word.
Oh my. Oh.
Verdict Squad, I just try and get my walking in every day. I'm like a little old lady and do my pull-ups. And then I call it fine. I give him big props for being in the live too. Props, Phil. He's a good dude. Bottle caps wants bigger pictures. You're supposed to draw so they can see while you draw.
All right.
Oh, I forgot. You gave the weights a break. Were you doing cardio today? Verdict Squad, cut. They needed it. Not. You're wearing out the weights, Verdict Squad. Just lifting them and your sweat is like disintegrating the grips on the weights. So then they're going to break when some poor innocent, unsuspecting weightlifter goes to get them because Verdict Squad, Marco's been pumping them so hard. Poor weights. Underwater. Super Gamer Boy 10. Very nice. Atafar the King. You're such a good brother. Thank you. Did you have a good day? Are you going to be on my stream with me on Thursday, Sash? I'm still alive, Vic. I'm still alive. I hope I stay alive for a little while yet. It's been pretty exciting. Huck Finn. Polynesians building their house underwater.
No.
Actually, that looks like the Colosseum, doesn't it? Camping. No, not camping. I'll be in it. Yes. Hey guys, my little brother is going to be on my Disney Trivia live stream with me on Thursday because I'm visiting British Columbia Really far away from you though, bottle caps. I'm in the shoe shop for my younger sister's graduation. So live stream in British Columbia on Thursday for Disney Trivia with Sasha. It's gonna be awesome. No, as in I used the weights so much that I didn't need a break, but the weights did. That's what I meant, Violet. Okay, Verdict Squad. You got it. Give those weights a break. Yeah, it'll be fun. No, Vic, we're good. We're good. We'll probably go for another 45 minutes. Cambodian sniper hut? I don't know. You guys all supporting each other? That would be good if you were.
This is actually kind of hard to draw because it's a place. They are supposed to be like a Greek thing.
Is it a houseboat?
That's a boat and that's a house. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Marco took away your wrench? How come I can still see your wrench, bottle caps?
Flub and Epic. Awesome. Flub and Epic, you got it. It's Atlantis.
Marco, did bottle caps give you some sass? He was talking about catching babies earlier today. I think he's on a real spree. Marco for the win.
All right. Okay. All right. So, what was the other thing?
I'll give you a
Verdict
hint.
Squad.
It's also a name for.
No. Flub and Epic got it.
Oh,
Yeah,
good job, Verdict Squad.
Yeah.
I flub an epic.
Flub and Epic.
Flub.
All right. Well, the other thing we're doing Verdict Squad was
That's true.
asking questions because apparently I know answers.
Yeah, Verdict Squad. So the premise of my Tuesday live streams is Phil knows. Because when I married him, I didn't know this, but no matter what question you ask him, he has what sounds like a legitimate answer.
It might not be legitimate.
So I really, really encourage you all to fact check the answer he gives, because I'm not sure if his brain is like an encyclopedia and he actually knows everything, or if he's just convinced he knows everything. So help me out. So ask a question. And I'm sure he'll have an answer. And if it sounds suspicious, we'll do some further research.
Maybe it's hammer time.
Hammer time. What's hammer time?
I mean, it's like from the 18.
Does anyone know how to turn Smoothie videos into...
You're not wrong, Bottle Cap.
He's a school teacher.
You're not wrong.
See, I met him and we both had our English degrees and we're like, you're
When is
getting your
Mardi
teacher
Gras?
after degree.
Is it Mardi Gras? Is it?
February 4th.
Okay, well, you know that. Okay, there you go.
Sometimes. And Tavar the King, Verdict Squad is my favorite
What
live
happened
stream.
to your arm? Did something happen to your arm?
It's called color blocking, Marco. I worked at Lululemon for 6 years ago, and that was when everyone was trying out color blocking. So I got this turtleneck that's blue and black. It didn't catch on though. The Verdict Squad, Antivar is my little brother. He's like 11 years old. Are you 11, Sasha? Or did you get older?
Nails aren't chewed.
It's just one of them.
I mean, it's bottle caps. No, okay. Mardi Gras is not on a specific day. It's the weeks prior to Lent.
Yeah, so like Fat Tuesday is when you have all the pancakes because Lent is coming, right?
Or Shrove Tuesday for the RCs.
Yes, but Mardi Gras translates to Fat Tuesday. Yeah, Sasha! I'm glad he's excited for the live stream. Hello, fellow YouTuber from Northwest Territories.
That is
Canadian. How's it going? It's really hard to say. You should put a pronunciation guide on your channel if you haven't already. By the way, support the guy. Canadian channel.
Excuse me. We're from the Northwest Territories.
No, we're not.
Kind of Indian. I think it's kind of Indian.
Huh. That's awesome. Verdict Squad, my son always sometimes loves saying, "Stop, hammer time." I've been to Mardi Gras. It's way too much. When did the Pilgrims land in Plymouth Rock?
The 1600s.
And how many of your relatives were there?
Actually, one of them.
Mhm.
That I had a relative.
How many generations back can you trace your heritage to the Mayflower?
How many generations? I don't know the exact count, but I know I had one ancestor on the Mayflower. However, they're all Puritans.
I tease him because I met him and we were dating, and his grandfather immediately said, "Oh, Violet Monroe."
Oh, Gilbert Rod, that's a trick question.
What line of Monroes are you from? And then he went and checked out my ancestry. He said, "So, Violet, it seems to me you'd be very interested in reading this." He dug up and found that like 8 generations back, it looks like my ancestor was adopted by the Monroes. So, but yeah, it's the only problem with meeting these strange internet people is sometimes their grandparents do ancestry reports on you to make sure.
So Gilbert Rod and I,
Sorry.
Did I hear you? It's February 29th. How old were you in 80 years if you were born on February 29th? Because it's a leap year. So it'd be
4 years,
you'd
80
be 20
divided
years
by
old.
4.
If you count, strictly speaking, I guess.
Did you guys know Eileen Warnos, the serial killer, was born on February 29th?
What is the color of a mirror? That's a good.
Thank you, Verdict Squad.
Questions. Let me think. What is the color of a mirror? What is the color of a mirror?
You made him touch his nose. Haha.
You did.
How do you do it? What did he say?
I have a snot bubble hanging out my nose. I mean, he's like an older brother.
I keep thinking bottle caps might actually be my older brother Frederick or my dad because he talks just the same.
Color of
really
a mirror. It's whatever your show is a mirror. That's what the color is. Whatever you show it. How old is Charles?
Isn't he like 83 or 93? He's really old. He's still alive. Oh, sorry. These are questions for you. Green. Hello, Wood Pigeon Outdoors. How are you? That is a good channel. Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
I saw him gut a fish the other day. It was so cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Go fishing with me, Wood Pigeon. It'll be fun.
Mr. Booth, I'll take you at your word.
Hey, Clark Gable here. I just have to make sure he doesn't have any side projects.
I have all kinds of side projects. I don't know what you're talking about.
No Lana Turner in your closet,
No,
please.
No, it's all right.
Mm-mm.
No,
So
actually, I am thoroughly busy with 3 kids, a full-time job, and a beautiful wife.
I'm not a handful.
She's 2 handfuls.
No. Mm-mm. Excuse me. Oh boy. Oh, he died. That was a trick question.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. We have lots of Canadians on. That's great.
Really, really good. I am so happy. I feel like the Canadian YouTube community is going to be the best. I think we're going to have some really good content. Can I be the Canadian iJustine, please? That would be my dream. I would love to be like, oh, there's iJustine, and then there's like Violet Bird. Except I am. What? Thank you, Wood Pigeon.
What did the brown chicken say to the brown cow?
Shocking Canadian people can try. Yeah, it's pretty shocking, Reddick Squad. What we really need to do is get the Americans to appreciate our content and see what it's like to live in Canada.
That's not like a Canadian accent.
That's an American accent.
It's kind of like American accent.
Let's look an American
accent.
accent.
Like a real
American
accent. Yeah.
I'm sure they talk.
No.
And then, how do Canadians talk?
Bird.
Violet Bird.
Although that's definitely more on the southern side.
Violet Bird.
Let's see.
Hey Daniel, how's it going? Welcome to the stream.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Except there's one other country that will end up being better. Oh, Verdict Squad.
Oh dear. Yeah, it was a terrible American accent.
Oh, who says?
Living in the Ottawa.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Oh, Ottawa area. So, what's it like out there? Is it?
That's okay, Wood Pigeon. Edmonton's fine. The people there are really mean, though. I think I told you guys what happened when I went on Kijiji in Edmonton. Did I tell you what happened?
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a Yeti mic, and I said, this is a great mic.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother, who was having a baby, was like really just kind of out of it. I said, you should start a vlog, Frederick. And Frederick said, well, fine, if you can do a cash money hustle and get me a Yeti mic like the one you have on Kijiji, then I will totally start a vlog. So I'm like, okay, his wife's just had a baby, and my older brother is telling me to Kijiji him a mic. So Kijiji, this guy's asking like $80, and I'm like, oh, okay, no, I'll do the Kijiji thing. So I text him back. I said, hey, come meet me at West Edmonton Mall. I'll give you $60. And do you know what he called me? He called me an effing cheap, homeless something. And I started laughing because I actually was sleeping in my car. So I was homeless that night. And I was being cheap. But in Calgary, that's never happened to me. Whenever I lowball people on Kijiji in Calgary, they're like, well, no, I really want this price. Thank you, but no. In Edmonton, you're an homeless, cheap homeless.
Yeah, it was frustrating to hear that. Actually, I do find a lot of people from Edmonton are, I don't know, there's a little bit mean.
I stopped playing on Kijiji in Edmonton because people are mean. In Calgary, they're like, wow, who do you think you are? They're like, I don't know, it's just a
hey, you know what? Some Quebecois are pretty awesome. I like GSP is pretty cool. George St. Pierre, MMA guy.
Monsieur Bout, parlez-vous français? Je ne parle pas le français.
Mm-hmm.
J'ai tout français avec ma maman, mais d'après très étudier espagnol. Quelle lástima. Sorry.
I think Gilbert Rod said, you can build a structure on the beach. Which one would last longer? One made of glass or of sand?
Well, sand is tiny particles of glass.
I mean, so the same, I guess. All right, let's see.
I'm not supposed to answer these, sorry.
No, that's fine. Antivar the King. A man goes to work every day, so he goes to the bottom floor. He lives on the 10th floor, but when he goes home to work, he only goes to the 7th floor. He hates walking. Well, why does he do this? He uses an elevator. And then goes to the bottom floor. Why does he go to the 7th floor?
You had a customer in the shop today, 4 tires from Edmonton. What does that mean, bottle caps? Oui, je parle. I don't have a choice, lol. Monsieur Bout, je ne parle pas, mais j'aime écouter à français de temps en temps. Or should I say, fake French people, Mr. Boot, Quebecois are still under British Crown like the rest of Canada. Verdict Squad! Are you giving me garbage because I'm from Canada? This I speak is the translation. Gilbert. Yeah, that was pretty tricky. Yeah, Peter McKinnon is pretty great. But Casey Neistat.
I don't know. I have some real sympathy for the Quebecois. I mean, they were here first, like the Acadians, and
people are people.
Montreal and so forth. So
how in the world do you know so many languages?
She does
just say un poco. And then what happens is what just happened there, which is I jump between French and Spanish.
Okay.
Salut les deux, ton français est bon. Oh, merci beaucoup. My mom actually speaks fluent Swiss French, but not to me. So I know how it's supposed to sound. Whether or not I can understand what's being said or reproduce the sound she makes is the question.
Yeah. I had a friend of mine who lived in Montreal. There's some stuff about it he absolutely loved. Some of the stuff. Like
Verdict speaks emoji because he's American.
That's true. And apparently The bridges are falling down, mostly because the mafia was in charge of the construction, and especially the cement factories in Montreal. And I think Mr. Boot can probably verify this, but so they literally have cages around all of the bridges in Montreal to catch the falling concrete so people don't get smashed every day.
Your real estate whisperer speaks sarcasm. I think when I was growing up, my parents were hoping I'd marry a doctor, so they were trying to give me lots of presentable qualities. It's like, so she'll get her grade 10 piano. She will get a 2nd-degree black belt in Taekwondo. She will speak French and Spanish and Russian and English. And what else?
Yeah. So Mr. Boots, he's corroborating my story. Yeah, the Italians got the mayors corrupted. It's true. I'm from a French family, but because I was born in Alberta, I was raised English, so I'm a black sheep in the family.
Well, I'm a purple bird, so I feel the pain.
Between black sheep and purple birds. Black sheep. Yeah. Yeah.
You actually are an awesome streamer.
I do all right.
You're less annoying than me.
I think my cat is a Russian spy.
He probably is.
Tried speaking Russian to it?
Я не знаю.
It's true.
Does anyone here love Alexander Rybak as much as I do? Singing, ooh, ah, I love you, moo, ah. You're way too young for me, but I don't mind. Don't say maybe, just be my
Verdict Squad.
lady.
I agree.
No need
There are
to
some very pretty women out
hesitate. You'll be fine.
there. Montreal street quality is about as good as Kabul. That's true. If you could travel from Canada and the US, would you travel in a motorhome or a tiny home? I would.
Hold on.
Bowler trailer. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Tiny homes are portable?
I
thought they were stuck.
There are some that you can carry on a trailer. But I would be scared
we've been dreaming of a bowler for about 2.5 years. Just like to get one of those old fiberglass shells and make it all cute and adorable. Maybe like a little Hunter Lodge theme, or maybe like 50s picnic basket. I don't know.
Real estate whisperer wants to know who Alexander Rybak is.
Alexander Rybak? He won the equivalent of American Idol a few years back.
From Europe. He's a lot of fun. He's good.
So good. He plays violin and he sings. Yeah. He's like the manliest, like whistle. Oh, sorry. I almost said a bad word.
Yeah.
He only got to the 7th floor because the elevator got stuck. That would be my answer.
Oh.
What gave it away?
Surprisingly, no, Mr. What gave it away?
Verdict Squad is really not Canadian, actually.
Yeah, but
he
about
does
as nice
support
as Canadian.
the vets.
That's true. Well,
he's actually a really good dude.
That's true.
And he does not tolerate fools. Let me tell you, Verdict Squad does not tolerate fools. Like, you don't mess around on his stream because he's like a charming, witty, serious dude. So you go into Verdict Squad's stream and you start begging for people to support your channel. Marco's like, okay, guys, like, don't beg. You don't need to beg. People are good. They'll support you. Don't beg. And it's funny. They stop. And then he gets like 100 likes on the video. It's like magic. Verdict Squad.
He knows his stuff. Awesome.
Really good. Oh my gosh.
Live in Louisiana.
There's a song about that.
Did you were you hit by Katrina? Real estate whisperer. Speaking of traveling, in your cool flower Burglass vintage home, what top 5 places or attractions would you want to visit? I have this image of doing the Great American Road Trip at some point, so I'm thinking like
the Route 66 would be
Route
cute.
66, Grand Canyon, I think would be really good.
We could camp out at the Disneyland.
Yellowstone National Park. I want to do Yellowstone itself.
Okay.
And I would love to actually go to
Hawaii.
I think there's like something called the Appalachian Trail. I'm not sure if it's like a walking trail or bike trail, but I mean, I would love to go through.
We should also go to Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria.
Sleep in our motorhome and go to Victoria. It is the most beautiful place.
It's true.
We moved here after Katrina to help rebuild. It was 10 years ago. Oh man, Time flies.
Yeah. No, it's been a while.
What, Pigeon? You said hello. You're just lurking. You're doing great. Oh, you're saying hello to Gilbert.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry.
Yep. Let's see.
Some really wonderful people here
That's
today.
true. It is. Yeah. Now, okay, so I'll ask the Americans in the audience here. So if you had the Great American Road Trip, what are the
doing it again.
5 places you'd want to go?
Yeah, where would you guys go on your Great American Road Trip?
I'm not sure. I think you just like the sound of Okotoks bottle caps. I'm not entirely sure that that's where the wild women are.
I will say, though, women from Calgary. Now, this is coming from someone who lived in a tourist trap town in BC who saw a lot of Albertan women. They have beautiful nails, they have beautiful skin, they have beautiful teeth, they're all tall, and they're usually skinny. And that's, for when I was like 14, 15, they all had breast implants too. Not so much anymore. But when I worked at Tim Hortons, that was the thing. Tall, skinny, beautiful, perfect manicure, white teeth.
Hold on. Your husband would have appreciated my last comment.
Better
Let's see.
check.
I had better check.
Doop, doop, doop.
Cliff Lamar, Shania Twain, Pamela Anderson, Sarah Chalk. Yeah. Well, Pamela Anderson was definitely part of that childhood.
What childhood?
That I don't speak of. The Quebec
real sophisticated taste there, Phil.
Yeah.
I like Desi Arnaz. And Lamont Cranston, voiced by Orson Welles in The Shadow.
Statue of Liberty, Plymouth Rock, Grand Canyon, New Orleans. Oh, I would love to do New Orleans.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Savannah. No, Savannah is that
Oh, Wood Pigeon!
That's in Georgia. Savannah is in Georgia.
Is it because Calgarians are really
Asheville, North Carolina.
What did you not like about Calgarians? Because in BC we used to hate Albertans. We didn't say Calgarians.
I'm not sure about
we used to hate Albertans because they didn't know how to drive in BC. And when I moved to Alberta, my husband taught me the rule that you're supposed to go 10 over the marked speed limit at all times. In BC, you don't do that because the roads are so twisty. So that is why in BC, we think Albertan drivers are bad because they're following the unspoken rule of going over the speed limit. Did we say something bad about Pamela Anderson?
Oh, no, I made a funny comment. And Bottle Caps is going into exquisite or maybe explicit description. Anyways.
Yeah, Bottle Caps.
Do you know how the feud was started in Edmonton versus Calgary? Yeah. It was
Is it something
definitely,
I did?
No, it has to do with hockey. So, well, that's a big part of it. So the
Miami? Florida,
1988, I think, was the last year of the Edmonton winning the Stanley Cup. And then that was Calgary. So Calgary was 88, but I think the year before was Edmonton. And so there's this intense hockey rivalry between the two, between the Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames.
Oh.
I think the other thing too is Edmonton is where we have our provincial capital. So it's the government town. A lot of people who live in Edmonton work with the government, their civil servants, bureaucrats, etc. Calgary's always been like the capital of capitalism, so to speak, in Western Canada. Lots of oil companies have their headquarters here, and so we're much more entrepreneurial and brash. People might even call us arrogant, which is probably true. We're also pretty easygoing and so forth, and that doesn't really jive with the Edmontonians. Over
That's
a
very
hockey
cool, real
jersey,
estate.
I would love to know the original story.
Mr. Boot, I believe in Alberta, the legal drinking age is 19 and the bars close
No,
at
it's 18.
18 and the bars close at 1?
2.
He worked for Uber,
I
so
worked
he
for
knows
Uber,
everything.
so I know.
He drove home all the cute girls that were throwing up. And I cleaned the car.
No, you didn't.
Today.
Well, you cleaned the car today. You didn't have to clean up.
No, I didn't. No.
All right.
I don't know. Is there still money in Calgary?
Yes, there is. There's there's not a lot of oil money left in Calgary, but there is some still, and there's a lot of established wealth here now. It's not nowhere near the way it was about 2-3 years ago before the oil crash. I think Calgary's going to come back. We just have so many people that have that entrepreneurial spirit. So.
Verdict Squad. Okay, I understand. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I look forward to your stream tomorrow. And I know I've said this like a million times, but if you want to check out a very energetic stream, Marco is great. Verdict Squad.
Yep, absolutely. I'm always looking over Violet's shoulder.
Violet, what's that clapping? It's really loud. And I was at the hospital with my brother and his wife and new baby, and I put on Verdict Squad, and he was clapping, and he clapped for them. And Freddie's like, Violet, can you turn that down? The baby's sleeping.
Yeah.
It was pretty great. Good night.
Good night, Verdict Squad.
In the 80s, Flames versus Oilers, jersey taken the OA team thrown to the fans, and it got ripped up. Wood pigeon. That's sucky.
Huh. No, that sounds like a great rivalry story start. I'm gonna have to back check.
Bottle Caps really likes Okotoks.
No, the number 3 man at Suncordy lives in Okotoks. Yeah, we
Wait, is that the same one we know?
No, we know a guy who ran in Canada for a while. Real estate. She was scheduled C-section. Yeah.
Can we get her to 900? Who isn't subscribed to real estate? I bet we can. Hey,
she's at 300.
She's at
300 subscribers.
She needs 3 more.
300. Wow. Nice.
Is there 3 people here that haven't helped her yet? 'Cause that would be great. North Country Trail, 4,000 miles long to hike. Small towns of America, Canada.
Yeah, there's some good parts of Canada. There's some absolutely beautiful parts. Yeah, historical sites and number 5, the wild card.
I just when I think about places to go,
mm-hmm.
I think about 3 small children.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, don't tell on Wood Pigeon because he doesn't hate all of us.
Okay, there you go.
And he's okay with me because I'm originally from BC.
You're a real estate whisperer, Bottle Caps. A monkey showed up on my screen. Oh no,
is my stream broke?
No, maybe one of the ones.
No, sometimes there's a monkey wrench that shows up and the stream dies. YouTube's like, Violet, stop talking. Nobody wants you here.
No, I think that's the gremlins.
The gremlins.
Yeah. All right.
I only find out afterwards they're from Calgary.
There you go.
Who needs help?
Wildcard, where'd you want me to go? Well, Canada? Oh, man. I would say Okanagan's got some pretty beautiful spots.
C-sections are serious business.
Let's see. Probably Victoria, BC. Otherwise,
it's really fun to drive through the glacier park.
That would be out by Jasper, I guess.
Yeah.
Apparently, Jasper is where Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are having their honeymoon. So, I mean, that's a place to think about. So.
You know, Real Estate Whisperer, because you see a lot of houses, I'm sure you actually can tell which ones
have
something
vibe.
That was one of the things about this house. We walked into it and it smelled like rotten fish, and that's why we were able to afford it. But the vibe was good. Like I walked around the house and I'm like, no one has been killed here. No one has hurt anyone. There's been no abuse. This house is clean. I can tell you, this has been a good house. Mm-hmm. It's really cool because you can tell, like the walls hold things, you know.
Yeah, sometimes homes that have bad mojo, I would imagine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Quebec, they have this place where they make us visit every year in school. A historical place where the Brits won the war. Plains of Abraham.
Bottle Caps.
We used to cringe. Don't celebrate, bro. You lost. Laugh aloud. I mean,
we got her to 900.
Oh, right on.
Good job, Real Estate Whisperer. I'm so glad
awesome.
you. How about you got your 900? Yeah. Oh man.
Mr. Boot, yeah, it was. That was a big battle. That was a big deal. Absolutely.
That is so awesome. Magic happening on live streams.
Awesome.
Wow. You guys are really, really good people. Really good. Yeah, it's
okay. So I have to ask your Real Estate Whisperer a question here. So
Yeah.
Obviously, you have got to have some pretty funny or crazy stories with houses that you come across or clients. You tell us one that you're allowed to say, because I mean, you got to protect your client's confidentiality. But I mean,
And she does put stuff for
that's true.
people
That's
on
true.
her channel.
I know, but there's got to be like the craziest house that you've had to sell.
This is really delicious.
This
try some.
Really good. Yeah, there you go.
It's really good. Tastes like sunshine. Oh.
Bottle caps.
Okay.
Well, we were technically British. We weren't really Canadian. We did burn down the White House. Actually, it was the Red House, I believe. It wasn't white. And that's why now the White House is the White House.
Okay, real estate whisperer.
So the tab called the funnier side of real estate. Okay, we're gonna check that out, real estate whisperer, and we'll make sure that we
She's
get
really
it.
smart. She's giving
That's
you
true.
homework.
That's true.
You know what homework is, because you
Yes.
teach us. I'm staying out of that one. I
Wish I could stay. It's bedtime.
Steven,
Bauman.
thank you for being here. It's been a slice. If you guys haven't supported Steven, you should.
1812. Yeah,
And
no,
then
the
there was
1812 was a good year for the British militarily. I mean, they
I
defeated.
told you he knows everything.
They defeated Napoleon at Waterloo. They beat back the Americans, aided by Napoleon. And 1812, they tried to invade Canada, and we fought them back. And I don't know. At this point, though, I almost would rather be an American state than part of Canada with the way Trudeau was running things. But
Was that the year you were born, Gilbert?
1976. Was that the year the Canadians beat the Soviets?
Bottle Caps is the smartest Canadian. Okay, Bottle Caps. Okay. I'm gonna ask you a question. Bottle Caps, are you ready for this question? It's really exciting. Okay. What is the purpose of the dark circles around a raccoon's eyes?
I don't know.
Sorry. Shouldn't start. Get to know.
Yes, yeah, there's a lot of loyalists that came north.
Choreographer Rohit DRC is here. You're able to taste wine from 1812 and it tasted like dirt.
Yeah, that's cool. I got a cool
That is
wine story.
so
actually.
cool. Your brother
It's
is
the
the
second
smartest.
smartest, and you're gonna get the answer from him. Yeah, there you go. Oh, funny wine story. So when I was 16, I had the amazing luck to go to Germany for a couple months, and I stayed with my exchange partner in Berlin. And they've got a very famous department store called the KaDeWe. And it's kind of like how we up in Canada we have Hudson's Bay or Sears, which I guess now is bankrupt. But it was just one store. It's just this one store, and they had an entire floor devoted to fine wines, liquors, and beer and stuff. But right in the middle of this floor, there was this vacuum sealed room, and inside the vacuum sealed room was a crate of wine, not from the Second World War, but the First World War. And it was perfectly preserved because the wine and the sub had sunk into the mud at the bottom of the ocean, and so it was there's no oxygen got into the wine. So these wine bottles were selling that you could buy from basically the 1910s for like €7,000, which would have been about 10,000.
Choreographer.
I wish I could have a taste.
I appreciate that you're here. Let's just ask in a kind way for support. Don't demand it. Just say, hey guys, can you help me build my channel? And don't make it. Don't be aggressive about it. Just be kind. Be kind, and you'll do very well. People really want to help you and support you. Live streams are great for building community, but you don't have to ask. Just say, hey guys, I just arrived here, and this is my goal. Is there anyone who has a goal tonight that I can help? And by putting it out there, then they will in turn help you. That is a much better strategy. It just takes practice learning how to ask people for help. So
apparently, Wood Pigeon Outdoors, there are people who actually most of the crop circles are from from a lot of them are up in the UK, and there's entire almost like quasi-secret organizations of mostly Welsh farmers and so forth that basically go and they have parties. And then there's a whole era when they were doing really, really good with that. She's giving me the stink eye. I don't know.
I was giving you the stop because I just wanted to make sure we didn't kick anyone out for getting too aggressive.
Okay.
Because
cool.
we're all learning the community building. I'm sure a lot of you know about this community. I am a creator. That is basically where I learned YouTube etiquette, is what I like to call it. They have this idea of watch, like, support, because if you say subscribe on any comments or on someone's video, then you immediately go into the trash bin. So we use the word support, so our voices get heard. You like the video and you watch it, and that's how we build channels and subscribers. Those 3 things: watch, like, support. It's a really good system, and the live streaming is where it's at for sure.
Welcome, Art Morbid.
Art Morbid.
And welcome to our channel. Absolutely.
You want me to give bottle caps the stink eye? Do you really want that, guys? I'm gonna lose all my friends if I give him the stink eye because you'll think it's at you. Okay, I'm gonna just look at the top right corner.
That was more like, it doesn't go over the internet very well.
I can give you the scare. I can look at him like it, but he might cry.
No, I won't cry.
Okay, you ready?
I'm used to it. It's all right. I may blister a little.
You ready? You ready? Okay. I'm not sure how that looked. Probably very scary.
Yeah, no, she can do it. It's really good. I've got a pretty good sister. This is like, I'm like swallowing. It's like, Art of Morbid's got a great channel. He's also near me. Yeah, good to hear. Yeah, I know. Polynesian vlogger. I have to duck that one every once in a while. The hairy eyeball.
That's if you don't listen to me, I will put away all your toys.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No. Thankfully, I very rarely get that these days.
I don't actually use that on him.
No.
It's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't even use it on my kids. It's a little too harsh.
No, it's actually
pretty bad.
It's almost like a force of will.
It's my Viking stare.
It's like I'm gonna go into battle as a shield maiden with my axe, and
It's like you did something, and whatever it is you did must be punished.
Oh, I'll go easy on your husband.
Well, Cavs.
I gave my Alberta cuss. Well, if he's from Edmonton, I mean, I understand.
Yeah. Okay. I would cry. You looked at me like that. I know you would, so I would never look at you like that. And I also wouldn't actually look at him like that without fair warning, because he would think something bad happened.
Up the cabin last weekend, we flew to Lake Superior. You know what? I have been itching. Sounds wonderful. Itching.
We're going gold panning this summer.
Gold panning.
And I'm going to vlog.
Up by Cherryville.
Gold panning. Sorry, he was excited.
Yeah. I can't wait. So as a teacher, May and June, I'm just about as antsy, if not more, than the kids. Like I'm done. I got 20% of my brain power is for working with school, and 80% is thinking about digging a hole in the ground. Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, the Fishes back.
Ooh, nice. I want to see that, guys. Yeah, we'll
put some, Did you see the scary look? Did you see?
I gave you some of the looks that you deserve, but not nearly enough.
Have you been watching?
That's true. Right.
No.
Good night, Real Estate Whisperer. Thank you for being here. Congratulations on the 900.
Did I scare Sasha? Did he go running to my dad and say, Violet did the scary thing with her eyes? For you guys in the chat, Mr. Monroe is my father and Antivar is my brother, and Antivar was in the stream, so I'm thinking I gave Phil a scary look.
Oh, yeah.
And my little brother said, Help! Violet's giving her scary look.
What's your mom's look? Oh, I don't know. I'm scared of that. No, your mom.
Huh? Oh, my
What's your
mom?
mom's look? Yeah.
My mom's look.
This is Bird. You're being paged to Facebook or something like that.
Oh, bottle caps, what'd I do? Bottle caps, what'd I do? What'd I do? Are you bored? Are you telling me to stop my stream because
All right,
it's
so
boring?
BR. Let's see. I don't know what BR means. Okay. Any other questions, folks? I would love to field anything that you have burning in your mind. It's not scary enough. Not scary enough.
Who says that?
Wood pigeons outdoors.
Well, my mom doesn't do a
you know
scary
what?
look. She just
Yeah. Mother-in-law. Yeah, that's true. Anyways, let's see. Do you got anything else?
How much does your shirt cost?
How much is that one?
I got it when I worked at Lululemon, so I got it on discount. And because of the color blocking, I got it on clearance discount. So I probably paid under $20, and it's all merino wool, so it's very comfortable. What am I supposed to do with that, bottle caps? Give them a high five when I see them?
Mm-hmm.
Hey! High five.
Awesome.
That's good, Junior 007.
Hey, I'm
The neighbor's kid would stop what they were doing. It's usually a fruit.
Is it good food?
He likes to use his barbecue. I like that today.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, okay, bottle caps here. I'll send you a selfie, okay? You ready?
What do you guys think about our non-negotiable support to the U.S. in terms of, I don't know.
I think that we, as a country, are so incoherent that
No, I don't think. Yeah, we don't have.
We don't know what we're doing anyways
policy.
as a foreign policy. So the fact is there would be so many people who don't want to fight and do want to fight. I think that the path of least resistance is to just be like, yeah, okay. I don't know. Like, if we had a cohesive identity as Canadians, you know, where we're like, oh, we're Canadian, instead of like, you're from Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
I mean.
What do we, to be honest, I think.
Bottle caps? Really? Well, okay. Peace.
Yeah. I'm with you, bottle caps.
Like, I have a feeling in any conflict they get involved, they want to drag us in.
I don't want to beef with Russia. I don't have a beef with Russia. No,
that's why we're learning Russian, because if we get into a war with Russia, we want to go beyond the
I think the issue I have is that I wouldn't necessarily want any Canadian troops where Justin Trudeau sends them, to be honest. Like, we're sending a bunch of peacekeepers to Mali. We should be in Mali.
I've upset Junior 007. Sorry, guys.
Okay, that's it.
US has a lot of problems. They need to support so they don't have a breakdown. That true, Mr. Monroe. That true. Really? Wow, I didn't know there was that much tension there. Más y no entiendo. More
parts
and
of
nothing.
BC. Not all of it, I think.
No entiendo. I worked 2 minutes in front of his office. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
US has problems big time.
Yep, it does.
Is it the trumped up trickle-down economics?
That's part of it.
I heard they wanted to build a wall.
Yeah, I heard so too. Yeah. That's true. No, 2 minutes in front of his office.
Is it true we say a boot, not a boat?
Do you work wood pigeons?
Yes.
If you don't mind, what do you do? I'm actually really intrigued. Trump is going to save us all? I don't know. I mean, he managed to de-escalate those North Koreans, which everyone thought he was doing the opposite.
Trump?
I don't know.
He's going to do something.
He's going to do something. He's
not content to let things rot, let's say.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah. Is it true we say about, not about? I think some people
Where are you
more down
from?
east.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
I used to buy
Can you
the
tell
build
me
the boat, and
about-
I used to buy it.
I used to buy the builds the boat. He's going to start a war. It's good for the economy.
He hasn't started a war yet. I mean, besides taking Mad Dog Madison, kicking down some doors and.
Why does he have to stop tweeting? Does he make too many grammatical errors in his tweets?
Yeah, well.
Or is it just he needs a filter? Do you think that unfiltered Trump is just a little too much?
Yeah.
I have 3 jobs. One of them, I'm a street vendor downtown Ottawa selling tickets to tourists for a river cruise line.
That's
very cool. Oh, wow.
I would buy those tickets with Vision. I'd say
3
hello.
jobs
really
is
good.
no joke.
Yeah, no, we've both done that, and that's no joke. Kudos on you. Hang in there. Good luck. I hope one of them just turns out, and so you only have to work one. That would be awesome. Most beautiful tower downtown Vancouver. He is a successful businessman. I think a lot of people are resentful of his success. Like he's built himself from the ground up a couple times.
That's kind of like
I think he's also
what people from BC think of like Calgarians.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. I'm kidding. That was like 10 years ago.
Hey, I'm running out of stuff here.
It's 10:03.
It's 10:03.
We have 14 watchers. All right, guys, lightning round. 3 more questions, and then we go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's had enough. He's been so good. I told you, he's the smart one.
In Massachusetts, we go say, "Gotta pack the car. Let me grab my khakis." That Boston accent, that's awesome.
I wanted to get him a red Tilly hat for his birthday, and he's like, "But then when you wash it, it'll turn." Should
I be doing a bit of a Newfie accent? I worked with a lot of Newfies, so I do construction.
Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Writing for an outdoor.
How many pairs of glasses do you have?
God bless you.
I have 4 pairs of glasses. I have 1 pair of sunglasses, 1 broken pair of glasses, and 2 other pairs of glasses, which equals 4 glasses.
That's a lot of glasses.
That's a lot of glasses, yes. Yeah. His brain's dry. He's got to teach kids in the morning.
That's true. That's true. I mean, someone's got to put something in there.
But go to bed.
All right. 11.
2 more questions. 2 more questions.
Not a problem, Mr. Bird.
You're awesome. They're good questions.
Good night.
2 more questions.
2 more questions? I'll make up a question.
King burned Mr.
What's your favorite sport?
Why did Bitcoin go down? Is it finally doomed?
No, it's not doomed. Why did Bitcoin go down? Momentum, mostly. And I think the
Bun row.
Bun row. Why did Bitcoin? Is it finally doomed? No. I think we're gonna have one more big run up at the very least. I think now we're getting real institutional money coming into that space. So we're talking some of the bigger banks and so forth. I think you're going to see a lot more price manipulation. Any move that goes up and down, it is what it is. There's always been great big whales in the Bitcoin space pushing the price up and down, but we still haven't seen everyone's granny go and buy Bitcoin yet. That time is coming. What time should I go to sleep? Gil or Rod, you should go to sleep when you feel tired. If you're feeling tired right now, you should probably go to sleep.
Last question. So long, farewell, I'll be just saying good night.
One day, everyone's Bitcoin will mysteriously disappear, but gold will remain.
I hate to go and leave this.
If this internet manages to disappear.
So I managed to pay for a good chunk of my wedding because in high school, I turned my cash into ounces of gold. And then when I got married, I sold 4 ounces of gold for cash money to pay for a good chunk of my wedding. My parents spotted me the rest. But yeah, when I was a teenager, that's what I did. I think gold is good. I like gold.
Yeah, I like gold too. I also like Bitcoin. I tell people not to put money into Bitcoin, even though I'm in the space. but
You guys are
it's not for everybody and everyday investors.
Is it still politically okay to call large ladies whales? Bruce Monroe, are they Homo sapiens or are they whales?
It is not politically okay in today's environment, unfortunately.
No, you shouldn't call humans whales because they're not whales, they're humans. You can say that she's got a lot of junk in her trunk. Actually, I don't think you can say that anymore either.
Bruce, you paid $400, you got $1,250. That was actually
That's right.
very true.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that definitely that really helped with the wedding situation.
Well, Pigeon, I'm a 2 cream 1 sugar kind of guy, and I do prefer Timmy's over McDonald's.
Land whales, bottle caps. So what I would say is what you say in your head should be different than what you say out loud, because a lot of women that you would describe with such creative language might be angry and set their friends after you, and sometimes they have powerful friends who really want to hurt you.
That's why he has to go as far as Okotoks.
What? That's the last question.
Right. Okay.
Anything else, guys? Because we gotta go.
For sure.
I'm really excited about speaking if wedding, I planned ours while Jill was in Africa. She returned a week before the wedding. Last question. When will we see a movie produced by you? I know it would be awesome.
We'll give it a try. We got a bunch of the tools.
We'd
have to script it, storyboard it, figure it out.
Cannes Film Festival. How about
bottle caps? Actually, funny story.
If I become a YouTuber so successful that it's a second income.
Yeah.
How about that?
I have a friend who's a paramedic, really tall guy, 6'8", and the one time early on in his career he was injured because he had to carry a very large fella out of his apartment, and it just screwed up his back for years.
Bottle caps. So you actually can't even.
Well,
you can't even use like delicate language about it because you're probably really angry at this woman because your life is screwed because of her choices.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
No, it's harder. It's hard for first responders in situations like that because you have an obligation to save a life.
Then I go back to what I said earlier in the situation, which is not even like education so much as we need a better system for personalized diets for people. Genetic. Well, just like looking at people's physiology and knowing what they can digest properly and having a plan for them that isn't going to cause them to become sick, right? Because no one should ever be crushing their paramedic because they're 600 pounds. There's something wrong with the diet. A friend of mine was just talking about her sister-in-law who got married to this guy who's also over 600 pounds, or did you say 500 pounds? 500 pounds. But it's just the food is, I feel like it's toxic in a lot of cases. Sometimes
I have trouble falling asleep. A Violet and film movie would be very useful. I think that's the perfect comment to end on. We better watch out before we
we're just like, we'll make everyone fall asleep. That's our soothing, melodious talkativeness.
All right, I'm ready.
Are you tired of looking at yourself?
Yes, actually. It makes me uncomfortable.
Really? You're so handsome. I look at you and I'm like, oh, look, he's handsome. And I look at you and I'm like, oh, my hair's messy. But that's okay because he's handsome.
Right, well, why don't you sing us a closing song?
Early each day to the steps of St. Paul, the little old bird woman comes. In her own special way to the people she calls. Come buy my bag full of crumbs. Come feed the little birds, show them you care, and you'll be glad if you do. Her young ones are hungry, their nests are so bare, all it takes is tuppence from you. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Though her words are simple and few, listen, listen, she's calling to you. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. All right. Hope I don't get a copyright strike, but you don't know until you try. Good night, my friends. Thank you very much for your attention and questions. I will see you on Thursday. Have a good night. And comment on the video if you are new, and then I will make sure I get back and support you. You can comment even if you're not new. That's cool too.